Because I want, you know what I want to do? I want to do an interview thing with you too.
No,
So,
it's fine. Well, I didn't know we were going to be interviewing. We're going
we're
to put
not,
on a
we're not.
different hat.
But you,
Okay, no, I get it.
I want to do it though. Do you want to do it today?
Sure, why not?
Why not? Hey, hey, guys, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, it's perfect.
All right,
Perfect.
sweet. How are you?
How are you today?
I'm good. I am really good. Just
Excellent.
tired. So,
Because I want, you know what I want to do? I want to do an interview thing with you too.
no,
So,
it's fine. Well, I didn't know we were going to be interviewing. We're going
we're
to put on a
not.
different hat.
But
Okay, no, I get it.
I want to do it though. Do you want to do it today?
Sure, why not?
Why not? But
Yeah,
I
let's
want to
do
be
it.
on YouTube. I'm
Okay.
Ming, and then we have Jaz over here. So we're doing a meeting today. We're just interviewing each other.
Oh, gosh.
Oh gosh.
No, I hope my internet isn't cutting out. Okay, anyway, yeah, we're good. Sorry.
So Jazz asked me, you know what? She saw my pictures on Instagram. It was pretty cool. And what makes me want to get more into like YouTube vlogging and stuff. So, to explain more, I would say like I go to like I'm a photographer. I'm a full-time photographer. So I go to
Nice.
like all these awesome events, and when I look around, nobody's actually doing video for it. Nobody's vlogging. Nobody's like documenting anything at the event. So what I want to do is really vlog, talk about it, share with the YouTube community, share with people like my experiences, because not a lot of people could access or work with like amazing people. You know what I'm saying? Like even we met at the YouTube space. Like not everybody could go to the YouTube space unless
Right.
the YouTube channel and stuff like that. So to share the experience, the best way to do it is to share the video content that
Right.
I recorded and talk about it and share with the world. So I think that's pretty exciting. So that's what I want to do. And then I have a passion for it. I have an eye. I attend many events. I get invited to many events, and then that I want to share it to the world. Like share my experiences. So basically, that's what I want to do.
I think it's interesting that you say that there's not a lot of people documenting some of these cool things, because the places that I get invited to, everybody's with the camera, like a vlogging camera. Everybody's documenting everything. And it's not that I don't like it. I love it. But at the same time, I feel like I think there's a healthy balance between everything, and I feel like they document a little too much instead of actually being in the moment and appreciating where they are and the fact that they were privileged enough to be invited to the event. So I definitely see what you're saying. I 100% agree, but I also worry that, I'm guilty of it too. I'm always in my phone, so sometimes I don't always see things that I could be seeing around me. But other than that, I think it's kind of cool.
No, you're right. You're right. Of course, when you're there, you should appreciate and you should experience while you're at the event. But at the same time, we live in this world where everybody's documenting everything. So
Yes.
I feel like, the events that I went to, nobody's really documenting. Like I'm the only person taking the pictures, and stuff like that. So that's why, for the events that I'm not documenting, and nobody else is documenting, I think I feel like the need to document it and share it to the world. But it's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting that you do get invited to all these events that people are documenting. So, but even though so many people are documenting, but it's a different eye and a different angle of how they. So that's very interesting as well.
I was at an event in Orlando a week and a half ago for 4 days. It's called Playlist Live. And I think it's primarily for YouTubers, but I think it's now turned into YouTube and just internet people. I don't want to call them ex-Viners, but Vine no longer exists. So you had your YouTubers, your ex-Viners, and just people in the social media community. And I had an incredible time. I met some really cool people. I documented a little bit, but I wanted to be there. I wanted to be in it, and I didn't want to, I thought it was really sad, a little off tangent. I kind of made a video on it, but I had to erase it because the video quality wasn't up to standards because I moved back home and I'm still trying to figure out how to set up my camera and it wasn't clear and I'm not going to put something up that's just really crappy. So I deleted it after a few days. Anyway, what I saw there was all these kids, all these people that are heavily influenced by YouTubers such as myself. These kids, like, the point of the event is there are like all these different workshops, like all these different things you can do all day for 4 days, and all the event was at a Marriott in Orlando, and it was a convention center. The YouTubers were in one section, like that's where they were living, were staying. There were so many awesome, like, activities, like, on the convention floor. And then you have all these kids hanging around trying to get a glimpse of their favorite YouTuber. And I'm just like, oh my God, what a waste of your parents' money to just... I would be pissed if I flew my kid all that way and paid for them to do this event that they really wanted to go to, and then I find out that they're just trying to hang around a hotel room trying to get a glimpse of somebody they admire. And that is kind of what I worry about as far as this documentation and things of that nature, because I think what happens is all the time that they could have spent, you know, in the all the different workshops and all the programs that Playlist had to offer, they were wasting their time by a hotel room hoping to see it. Like, what do you get out of it? You go back home, you show your friends think you're so cool, but how long does that last? How long does that pat on the back last? It lasts a lot. It lasts shorter than the amount of time it took you to stand around their hotel room. Like, if that was like, I'd be pissed, and we would never go back again. So that's kind of what I worry about, is that instant gratification, that social media cred that people crave so much.
Yeah, that makes sense. You're right. You're right on that part. So, but we're all guilty of that, you know what I'm saying?
We all are. Exactly. I mean, it was...
Subconsciously, we grew up in this world where social media is what it is right now, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, well, technically, I was born in 91, so I was around when the internet, as what we know it now, just started. I remember AOL, I remember Google in 1995 and all of that, and to just see it evolve the way it has, it's insane.
Also, you got mail.
Yes! I remember eBay when that was like the popular thing, and now eBay's kind of trash compared... Oh God. I shouldn't say that. We'll cut that out. eBay is not what it used to be. Yes.
It's not the same anymore. The world has changed, but we have to adapt to new changes. So that's why we're doing YouTube. We're doing, you know, all these stuff. We're doing
how'd you get into it? Like photography? What's your brief background like growing up?
Sure. Like, you know, growing up, I always been taking pictures. I like documenting, you know, everything. You know, I've been like, taking a lot of pictures, video here and there. But I never got into like, you know, doing video, like crazy video stuff. But I just like love taking pictures. I think I grew up with it, and then I always had a camera. So, you know, and then, you know, I just got more into it because, you know, people start asking me to do events. So I start getting myself out there. I start working with schools. I start working with a lot of different people, and I love working with people. So, you know, that's where, you know, I start somewhere, and then, you know, people found me, and then, you know, I put my content out there. People love it, and then I start doing it, and then every week I start doing it, and then now I always wanted to do this YouTube stuff, but, you know, now I find it more inspiring because, you know, I want to send a message. Like, I actually have a voice right there. You know, I have a following. I work in schools.
Really?
I work for the UN. You know, I work here and there. You know, I work like with a lot of associations.
That's awesome.
I hope like I could build it up where I can have a voice, where I could share my experiences and have a voice to make good change of the world. You know, So this is where, where it comes in, and I would love to do like interviews like these because everybody has their own story.
Right.
I was looking into my channel, like I could vlog and stuff, but this would be a side kind of thing that I want to like, hey, I want to, find interesting people like yourself and say, hey, let's share our experiences and see how you become so far of where you're at right now. Like I look at your content as well. It's very interesting. Like everybody have a different idea of, a different point of view of everything. So, like you have a really different, different point of view of, your stuff and what you're going through and what events you went to, because I never been to that playlist event. So, so I do photography, and, I'm very blessed that I'm able to, have this opportunity, in a short period of time. But yet again, I want to document it as well. Not like, taking pictures of, of the event. So that's where I'm at today. And then.
So what kind of events do you get invited to? How often do you go? So are you one of those people that's never home? You're always out doing something?
That's a really good question. Yes. Yeah, always out doing something. So like the time I'm home, I'm really like editing photos and video and whatever I need to do. I'm usually always out, surrounded with people at the event. I get random invites, people like, hey, are you free today? Let's come to this event or that event. I just surrounded myself with good people so that, when there's something interesting happens, they would text or, message me and say, hey, will you be interested in coming to these events?
Okay.
So, I got involved with it.
So I'm interested in knowing how you got, ask me any question anytime.
I really feel like, like you're here in this world for a purpose. So I think, you should, if you have the chance to do it, then you should do it. You know what I'm saying? If you have a voice to do it. And right now we have like channels to do it. Like, YouTube.
Right.
We have social media, we have Twitter, we have Snapchat. We have like all these, tools that we could use to, make a voice. So I think like this is very important. So again, I was like doing, an event, and then I met some really good people that have like similar minds that really want to make change for this world, and I got really associated with it. And when I have time, I help them out with certain things. Like a lot of things, they need documentation, they need photo and video for. So that's where my background comes in, trying to help them and say, hey, if I could help them with their content, I want to create content for myself as well to show to the world. So that's where I'm at right now. So that's what's really, really interesting.
Right. So do you have any questions for me? I don't want to
how do you become like 6,000? How many subscribers you have? Like 7,000 something?
Yeah.
That was really interesting. Like how long did it take you to do it? Like how did you get involved with YouTube? Like why YouTube? Like why do you feel like why do you do it? Like how did you become where you are today?
I think part of it was there were a couple of different stories. So I'll like tell you, I always wanted to. In my background, I had a very interesting background. Now,
so how about tell the guys, tell the community your name and everything, Chris, because we didn't even introduce it yet.
Oh, okay.
Like,
greetings, everyone. I'm Jaz, Jaz Brown. I think I started YouTube because my entire life, I've always wanted to entertain. I've always wanted to create. I always thought I was funny. Even if other people didn't think I was funny, I think I'm hilarious. So, not in an arrogant way, but you know how we all laugh at our own jokes? I think I laugh a little too hard at my jokes, even if they're stupid. And, growing up, I think I had a lot of baggage of things holding me back. And when I let go of that baggage, it kind of opened up my eyes to everything. When you grow up, you going through adolescence and teens and all of that, you kind of hate yourself for a little while because that's just part of growing up. But for a short amount of time, not only did I hate myself because I was a stupid teenager, I hated myself because I was not even though by society I am disabled. You know, I have dwarfism. I use a wheelchair. I don't look like everybody else. And I compared myself to how other people looked for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that also aided in my self-loathing along with everything else. But you know, as I got older, I realized that this is how I'm going to look for the rest of my life. No one else is going to love you until you learn how to love yourself. So I started doing that. And then, you know, when I hit college, I thought maybe I can do this thing. Maybe I can actually touch other people and be inspiring. But not in a way that's like I'm talking down to you, but in a way like we're having a conversation together, like I'm talking to you and not at you. It's kind of like how my mindset in the beginning was. And then what really got my YouTube channel, because I created the channel March 16th of 2016, but I didn't post until the last day of the month. I went to a Amy Schumer show with my roommate, and the usher at the venue was extremely disrespectful to me. He didn't say anything. It's what he didn't do. I was with my roommate, and instead of asking me what I wanted, like where I wanted to sit, what would be like a good spot for me so I could see everything, he kept directing all of his questions about me toward my roommate. And my roommate's like, well, she's fully capable of answering for herself. Why don't you just ask her? And he would not. He actually looked at me and rolled his eyes and then continued to ask her. And I just wanted to take my wheelchair and run him over. That's how angry I was. But, you know, I sat down. I enjoyed the show. And then when I got home, I went on like a 7 to 10 minute rant. And I realized you probably shouldn't put up 7 to 10 minute rants when you're just starting out on YouTube, when you don't have an audience. And it really picked up. And then, you know, I started making videos once and twice a week. Then when in the summertime, I made videos 5 days a week. Not necessarily because I had to, but just because I wanted to see how creative I could get and see what I could do. And if I could build an audience from that, that would be cool. All my stories, all my videos are kind of stories of situations that have happened to me that usually don't happen to other people. And I don't know if it's because I have dwarfism or I'm just a really weird individual and things just happen. So I just wanted to teach people through my storytelling to just look at things from a different perspective. Like, yeah, you have your life, and this is how you view the world, but this is how I view the world. So just take a look at it from a different angle. And I think we all need to do that. So it started with just like storytelling and just me being a goofball. And then as I started picking up steam, because I decided, one of my friends said, you really have something here. I decided to put one of my videos on Google, Google AdSense, where like your video gets like more view or gets pushed up so people notice you. And I got 298,000 views on one of my videos. And I went from 1,000 to 4,000 subscribers in 48 hours.
Wow.
And that was extremely overwhelming because you have your mixture of amazing comments, and then you have these brutal comments where people go tell you to die and to kill yourself and things like that. And I didn't know how to handle that, so I kind of took a hiatus to kind of get my mind right. And then I went back to it, and then from there wasn't a whole lot of AdSense I needed to do because it was just a gradual climb. And now I'm at 7,300. And I actually put in to do my Google ad again so I can hit that 10,000 because I'm so close. So yeah, that's basically why I did it. Because I wanted to be an inspiration. I wanted to show people that you can tell your story that's kind of not depressing, but kind of different, but still be funny at the same time. And all I ever want to do is make people laugh. and make people happy. And there have been situations where I've been invited to events and it's been paid for, and I'm just like, why not make people happy and, get paid to go along for the ride? I mean, the payment is not what I'm looking for, but it's nice. But making people happy is at the root of everything.
That's true. That's very inspiring. Thanks for sharing with us.